Welcome back. This is John Locke. Today we're going to be talking about mobile friendliness and why it is so important for SEO. Before we get started, please consider giving this video a thumb up so YouTube's algorithm can surface it. What does it mean to be mobile friendly? So there are still businesses out there that are doing a robust amount of business. What is mobile friendliness? When you go to look at a website on your phone, you want it to be formatted in a way that's optimized for the phone, like it's legible to read just on your phone. And usually all the content on the page collapses into a single column. On a tablet, it might have a different layout as well. There are still some sites out there that are not mobile friendly. And the reason why this matters, back in 2020, Google went to mobile first indexing, meaning the pages that you see in the Google results are the mobile versions of those websites. Now, this was a long time coming. Google, as far back as 2013 and 2014, was saying that they were going to start prioritizing mobile, because that was about the time that mobile phones were really on the rise, and it's about the time that the overall internet traffic on mobile phones and devices superseded that of desktop computers. Now, nowadays, most of people, even if they have a laptop or a desktop computer in their home, their phone is in their hand the entire time, their entire day. So a lot of those searches that they're going to do are going to be on the phone. So a few prospects recently that I've run into, they have desktop sites. Now, basically, what happens when you have a site that is not mobile friendly and you're going to it on a mobile phone, you have to pinch and zoom and able to read everything, because basically, let's say that the screen, all the content on the screen on a desktop is like this big. You're shrinking it down to the size of a phone, and it's not legible. You can't find the information. You got to pinch and zoom, and it's just really not convenient, and it's not a format that people expect. It looks outdated, and Google really doesn't prioritize these types of sites anymore. And as I mentioned previously, with all the years of warning that they gave to this for a long time, they figure if corporations or companies or businesses or individuals don't care about their site being mobile friendly at this point, then there's not a need to have two sets of results. So like I said previously, back in March 2020, they went to mobile first results. Now, things that you can do to make your site mobile friendly if you have a desktop version. In most cases, you're going to have to get your website entirely redesigned in order to make it mobile friendly and optimized for phones. But the benefit of this is going to be a lot, because again, the more usable that your site is, the more that Google is able to record that people are able to use that through whatever means that they're using to record this information. As I said, Google reps have said that they have a means of recording the end-to-end experience, even if they're not using Google Analytics. They use that data, that real-time user data, to determine whether people are finding what they're looking for. And if people open their phone and they see, this site that looks like it's out of the 1990s and it's not mobile friendly, they're more than likely, in a lot of cases, going to go to another result, because again, it just looks like your website is outdated at that point, and maybe you're not investing anything into your business. Now, somebody asked me recently, they said, what does that mean, like mobile friendliness? Does it mean that my site won't come up in Google? Now, a site can come up still in Google if you search the business name directly. It'll still come up. The browser will still go to your website. It'll still go to the domain name and all that. It's just that the probability of it coming up in search results is going to be much lower than if you had a mobile optimized site. So there are some things to consider when you are redesigning your site to be mobile friendly, and first and foremost is the content of the site. When you're doing a complete redesign, it's as good a time as any as to redo the content, or to at least figure out what you want to keep. In most cases, if you're doing reasonably well in rankings right now, you're probably going to want to preserve the content that you have. You might want to add some additional content to that, some extra pages, or make the pages a little bit more robust with information. Another thing that you're going to want to consider is speed. You can go to Page Speed Insights, just Google it, and you will see there are ways to test like how fast your site is downloading. Another tool that you can use to measure this is GT Metrics. Just Google it and you'll find this information. You can run your website through this. This is a minor ranking signal. First and foremost, Google is looking at the content of the site, the overall authority of the site via links and other signals out there, the overall usability of the site. But speed is part of that usability. There is a reason for this. But suffice it to say, if you don't have a mobile-friendly site, now is the time to do it. It's 2020. It's like 8 years after the Mobilegeddon event. It's a full 2 years after the full site indexing has gone live. So if you're not doing really well in search results, if you search for whatever it is that you sell or provide as a service and you don't come up, that can be one of the reasons. It can be a very important reason. So this is just to kind of fill you in. And like I said before, there are still businesses that are doing okay. There are even businesses that are thriving without a mobile-friendly site. But the point is, you can do a lot more if you do have a mobile-friendly site. And for most businesses, that is something that they're interested in. All right. If you got any valuable information out of this, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. It'll help YouTube surface this video in its algorithm. And consider putting a subscribe on this channel as well. My name's John Locke. My business is Lockedown SEO. And I'm here about once a week pumping out information, providing answers on SEO. And that's all I have for now. Until next time, peace.